I'm going to be ranking the best centers right now in NBA 2K23. My team, we have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 25 of the best power forwards in my team. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite power forwards in the game right now, and of course, let me know what you guys would change about the tier list. But looking at the first power forward here is going to be Diamond Serge Ibaka. I would say he's probably going to be in the middle in the B tier category. He is still a very good power forward. He's 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan. Serge Ibaka always has great cards in my team. He's going to be a very good defender, having a 95 interior defense, 95 block, 88 steal, and an 84 perimeter. He's going to be decent on the offensive end as well, having an 88 3 ball and a 93 mid-range. I do like his jump shot a lot this year. I do think it's pretty easy to green, so I say Serge Ibaka is going to be one of the best kind of budget power forwards in my team right now, so I'd say he's going to be in the B tier category. Galaxy Anthony Davis, he's either A or S tier. Now, I'm not exactly sure. Is he still a top 5 power forward in the game? I would say most likely. So I think I'll keep him in the S tier category for now. But honestly, I could see him not being a top 5 power forward because we've gotten so many good power forwards over the past couple weeks. I mean, AD, though, is still really elite at the power forward position. He's 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. He gives you great defense, with his stats and his badges as well. He's got Hall of Fame anchor, chase on artist, interceptor, menace, pick dodger, pogo stick, and post lockdown as well. For me, the biggest flaw with this AD card is not going to be his stats or badges. It's when you come to the animation screen, his jump shot on normal isn't a terrible release. It's just going to be really slow in my opinion. He does have good movement for your power forward, having the MJ dribble style and the Kobe Bryant escape. I would say if they do give this card an evo or an update, it would be really nice if he could get his jump shot and quick timing. I just feel like it could make him a lot better at the power forward spot and be once again a top 3, top 5 power forward in the game. Like, definitely, I would say he's definitely in top 5. What the hell was that ad on my screen? I don't know if you guys could see that, but I do think AD is still probably a top 5 power forward. If you guys don't know, S tier is going to be my top 5 power forwards in the game, so we'll keep AD in the S tier category for now. Lauri Markkanen, I think, is probably C tier, maybe even D tier. I mean, I don't think this Lauri card is really anything too crazy. I mean, he's basically the same as his diamond version, but he can't play the small forward position. I'd say he's still probably C tier because he's going to be a really good 3-point shooter, having Hall of Fame catch and shoot, claymore, deadeye, limitless range, mini magician, slippery off ball, and volume shooter as well. So I think Lauri Markkanen is still going to be in that C tier category. Now, Galaxy Bam Adebayo. Okay, what are these ads? I don't know if you guys can see those pop up on the screen, but Galaxy Bam, I do believe, is probably going to be an A tier. He's still a really nice defensive center. Is he the best center in the game? Obviously not, but I think he's just going to barely miss out on my top 5. He's 6'9" with a 7'2" wingspan. I mean, you could say he's maybe a little bit undersized for the power forward spot, but I think he's going to be good enough on the defensive end, and he has some amazing Hall of Fame defensive badges. So like I said, I think Bam Adebayo going to be in the A tier category. Now, Pink Diamond Bob Pettit, I actually haven't used this card or haven't really seen him in game, so I don't really know too much about this card except that he's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. He doesn't look to be a good defender at all. I mean, these defensive stats really aren't the best. Only 75 driving dunk, 84 speed, and his jump shot usually isn't that great in my team. So I'd say Bob Pettit, he's looking to be probably a C tier power forward. Still not terrible because he's going to give you some good offense, but like I said, I do think Bob Pettit going to be in the C tier category. Now, next power forward here is going to be Galaxy Netolicky, and he's easily going to be the best power forward in my team. If you guys haven't used this card or haven't played against him, I mean, this card is absolutely amazing. Like, honestly, one of the best cards in my team. He's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. He's going to be super nice on the offensive end, having an 83 3 ball, 90 mid-range, and one of the best power forward jump shots in the game on quick timing. And he's also got the MJ dribble style and the normal leaner, so the card can move at a very high level. He knocks down threes, really good jump shot, and it's going to be super fast as well. But my best thing about this card, not really best thing, but the reason why he's the best power forward in the game is because of his defensive stats and badges as well. We can see he's got a 94 interior defense, 94 block, 87 steal, 83 lateral quickness, and an 80 perimeter as well. And then if you take a look at the defensive badges, he's got tons on Hall of Fame, including anchor, box with beast, brick wall, chase on artist, menace, pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser, and workhorse as well. So for me, Bob Netolicky going to be a top 5 power forward and in the S tier category. Now, Pink Diamond Boogie, I think, is probably going to be in B tier. Very similar to a guy like Serge Ibaka, just going to be a lot better on the offensive end, but a worse defender than Serge. So I say they're both going to be in the B tier category. Pink Diamond Dwight Howard easily going to be in the A tier spot. A super underrated power forward in my team right now. I'm not really the biggest fan of Dwight at the center spot, but at power forward, I still think he's going to be super elite. Diamond Evan Mobley, probably going to be in the B tier category. In my opinion, he's just a taller version of Serge Ibaka. Who would I rather between Serge Ibaka and Evan Mobley? I definitely think that's a very close debate. Evan Mobley is taller, being 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. They're going to be about the same on the defensive end. I would maybe take Mobley because of his, player model and his height and wingspan as well. Serge Ibaka probably, got a better jump shot, I would say, because Evan Mobley's jumper is on slow timing. So it really depends if you prefer offense or if you need offense or defense at your power forward position. But Evan Mobley and Serge Ibaka going to be very similar power forwards. Now, Pink Diamond Giannis, I do believe is still probably going to be a top 5 power forward in the game, but we'll talk about that later in the video. He has definitely dropped a lot on the power forward ranking. He used to be easily the best power forward in the game, but like I said earlier, talking about AD, we've gotten some really good power forwards over the past couple weeks. Now, Diamond Al Horford, I do want to kind of throw in B tier, but honestly, guys, I don't think this Horford card is really that good. I mean, he's definitely average. He's 6'10". He's not the fastest, and he doesn't give you the greatest at defense. His release is also questionable as well. I think this might be a little bit surprising, but I'm gonna throw Al Horford in the high C tier category. Pink Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr., I do believe is going to be in B tier, very similar to guys like, Evan Mobley, Serge Ibaka, just going to be great defensive power forwards. Aren't the best on the offensive end, but do have really good player models, and like I said, are going to be very good defenders. I think all three of those guys deserve to be in the B tier category. Now, Galaxy Opal Dolph Schayes, I do think is also going to be a top 5 power forward. I mean, there's so many good power forwards in my team that one of these guys might get dropped down to A tier later in the video, but Dolph Schayes is basically just a worse Bob Netolicky. That's probably the best way to explain it. Is he is just Bob Netolicky. Basically, they're about the same on the offensive end, except that Dolph Schayes is going to be a little bit worse on the defensive side of things. Like stats and badges, he doesn't have anywhere near the amount of defensive hops that Bob Netolicky has, and stats-wise going to be a little bit worse. But then you can make the argument, he's got some more Hall of Fame shooting badges, like he's got Hall of Fame catch and shoot, corner specialist, limitless range, where Bob Netolicky doesn't have any Hall of Fame shooting badges, and I would argue that he's probably got a better jump shot. So it's definitely comparable, I would say, between Dolph Schayes and Bob Netolicky. I do think Bob's still going to be a little bit better, but in my opinion, Dolph Schayes is going to be the second best center in my team. Now, Diamond Joe Smith, I do think he's a way better small forward, but I still think he deserves to probably be in the A tier category. 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan, so he's definitely got that height and the wingspan to play the power forward position. Now, stats wise, I mean, he's got a 90 interior defense and an 85 block. I think that's definitely good enough to play the power forward spot, but like I said, I do think he's a way better small forward. So if you guys want to run this card, I would 1000% recommend running him at small forward. He's got a great jump shot, MJ dribble style, and the Kobe Bryant escape. He can shoot the ball really well and just has great overall stats and Hall of Fame climb breaker and quick first step as well. So even though he's not really a primary power forward, I still think he's probably going to be in the A tier category. Pink Diamond Josh Smith is an interesting one. I kind of want to still give him B tier because of his stats. Like if we take a look at his stats here real quick, I mean, you guys will notice he's got some of the best, overall stats in my team right now, but his jump shot is absolutely terrible. Like his stats and badges are really, really good, and that's what makes this card super underwhelming, because if you look at him on paper before looking at his jump shot, he looks to be probably an A tier, maybe S tier power forward, but his jump shot really, really lets him down, and the fact that he doesn't have any good dribble sticks. So Josh Smith, I think, is probably going to be in C tier, honestly. His jump shot just really isn't that usable. Now, Galaxy Opal Shawn Kemp easily going to be in the A tier spot. I think him and Bam Adebayo are going to be very comparable at the power forward position, but I don't feel like, I mean, they are on the same level as guys like Anthony Davis and Giannis. They're very comparable, and you can make an argument for, like, Shawn Kemp over a guy like AD. For me, though, the defense, I think I want to keep a guy like Anthony Davis over Shawn Kemp and Bam Adebayo, but very close debate, between these three guys, and even Giannis as well. Pink Diamond KG, I think, is still going to be in the B tier category. Very underrated power forward in my team. He still gives you some really good defense at the power forward spot, and I still love his jump shot, but just going to be a little bit outdated. But really excited for when KG does get his new Galaxy Opal. I think he's going to be one of the best power forwards in the game, very similar to a guy like Anthony Davis. Pink Diamond Kevin McHale and Alonzo Mourning. I threw these cards on here just because they're trophy cases, and I know a lot of people do like these cards, or at least like them when they first came out. But honestly, I just think there's so many better power forwards in my team right now, like Serge Ibaka, Evan Mobley, KG, and Jaren Jackson Jr. I think are just going to be better at the power forward spot. So for me, I do believe they're going to be in the C tier category. Now, Galaxy Opal George Mikan, I do also believe is going to be an A tier. He's a really, really underrated Galaxy Opal. He gives you great defense and does have a great jump shot as well. Just not going to be in my top 5, but I do think A tier is going to be a very fair ranking. Lamar Odom is very similar to a guy like Joe Smith, where they're both way better at the small forward spot, but I do believe they have the player model and they have the height and wingspan as well. Now, his defensive stats are going to be a little bit worse than a guy like Joe Smith, so I'm not exactly sure if I want to keep Lamar Odom in the A tier category, because he also can't get anchor or interceptor, which is going to really hurt him out on the defensive end. So for me, I think it's really a tricky one. I think I'm honestly going to go Lamar Odom in the high B tier category. Now, Diamond Throw Bailey, I really do want to put in the B tier spot, but I really want to put him in A tier. But I think Throw Bailey probably going to be my high B tier category. Dark Matter Tim Duncan is most likely going to round off our top 5. Our top 5 power forwards in the game. Tim Duncan was still one of the best defenders in my team right now, at least at his power forward position, and I do believe he deserves to be a top 5 power forward in the game. Now, Pink Diamond Wayne Embry, I think you could make the argument for being in the A tier category, but I'm gonna throw him in B tier. I do think he's a very good all-around power forward. And then James Worthy, I do also believe is going to be in the B tier category. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my tier list, and let me know what you guys think about the S tier category as well. Maybe let me know, would you guys move Shawn, Kemp, or Bam up into the S tier spot over a guy like Giannis or Anthony Davis? For me, I think Bob Netolicky and Dolph Schayes are pretty much 100% locked to be a top 5 power forward, and definitely in the S tier category. I think you could also throw Lamar Odom or throw Bailey in the A tier category. I definitely think it's a very close debate of where you wanted to put those cards. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my power forward tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.